Good morning, grade 10s. As you can see, I am at school. It is 7:35 on Monday. I'm going to do a very short bit of notes today and get your systems test up online as quickly as I can. I know I said I'd do it Monday evening, but I'll try and get it going as quickly as I can. Okay, so let's get down to the very short bit of notes and carry on from there. Here we are on page 253 or page 248, depending on which book you read, of course. And there's two things we need to talk about, but they are both angles in the real world. Let's start with the first version of this. So here I am, as you can see, very handsome fellow. Little gray hair there we go. Oh wait, because I'm big beard. Okay, there I am. So if there's nothing to look at, we assume my eyes are looking straight forward, right? Now if you're like me, you look around. So I hear flying in the air above me a plane. And if you're like me, as soon as you hear a plane flying over you, and it doesn't matter where you are, and it doesn't matter what kind of plane it is, I'll be reffing a rugby game and a plane will fly over and I'll look up. So you and I start to look up. Now please notice our eyes started horizontally and then they went up. So I'm going to do that dotted again. Actually, I shouldn't have bothered to get rid of it. There we go. This is called our line of sight. So with no plane there, right? No plane. Our line of sight goes straight forward. With a plane there, our line of sight moves up. And you will notice that creates a right angle triangle. Here am I, here I am, so this is theta, which makes this our opposite, and it makes this our adjacent, which means we can use tangent to find the height of the plane, the distance away, or the angle that I look up. Now this angle right here, red theta, is called the angle of elevation, or the angle of inclination, because my eyes go up. Alright, I'm going to highlight that up. Eyes go up, elevation, inclination. Alright, is everybody good? Okay, now I'm going to do some erasing now, but all this stuff is going to stay on. No, you know what, I'm not. The plane flies away. So my eyes come back down to my line of sight. I continue to walk along, and then all of a sudden I see on the ground a loonie. So where do my eyes go? My eyes go down to the loonie. That creates another right angle triangle with a blue theta here because my eyes went down. When my eyes went down, blue theta is the angle of depression and that's why I'm writing it in blue, because when you're depressed, you're blue. Or the angle of declination, because your eyes go down. I'm going to highlight that in yellow. All right. Now, it's a pretty easy concept. Everybody should be cool with it. Where you get into trouble is this. Here's the plane, right? Here's me. There's between us. Now, where in this black triangle is the red theta, the angle of elevation? Well, it's right here. Now, the pilot in the plane, because here, I'm going to change the plane's color, and you'll see why in a minute. Here is Meyer's line of sight, right? I look up to the plane. Now, where in this drawing would you guess is an angle of depression? And all of you are going to say it's right here, but that's wrong. Because there is no angle of depression for Meyer's, because my eyes never go down. On the plane, the pilot, and I'm going to draw him blue, he's looking forward to make sure he doesn't slam into the side of a mountain or something. He would look down, and there would be the pilot's angle of depression. Now, what you need to know is the angle of elevation, which is red theta, equals the angle of depression. So these two angles are the same, which would make this theta, which is nothing, and this theta, which is nothing, also the same. So be careful. And, you know what, I'm going to use two different colors there. Green for the bottom one, and I'm going to use pink for the top one. Here's another thing that is really useful to remember. Green X plus red theta equals 90 degrees. Which, guess what? Pink X plus blue theta also equals 90 degrees. Okay, that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about, we got to split our page into two. And these are directions: north, east, south, west. Now, there's two ways we measure directions. One of them uses degrees of a circle, and one of them uses the directions in a circle. I'm going to explain the degrees in a circle first. North is 0 degrees. East is 90 degrees. South is 180 degrees, and west is 270 degrees. So, if I tell you to go leave and walk away at a bearing of 49 degrees, where would that be? Well, here's 0. Here's 90. It would be right here. Now, this is where it gets weird. You all want to put the 49 here. That's wrong. This is 49 degrees because you start at 0 and count that way. If this is 49, that makes a 90-degree triangle, and you can do trig. You also need to remember that if this is 49, all the way to east is 90. This has to be 41 degrees, which gives you another right angle triangle if you want to do trig on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 more. If I told you to go off at 117 degrees, that would be down here. This would be the 117 degrees, but I can't do trig with that because it's 117. But if this is 90, then, and I'll change colors of blue, what's this? Well, if the whole thing's 117, that's 90 of it. This must be 27 degrees. And then I could do trig in here. And if this is 27, then this must be 63 degrees. I'll do a couple more. Let's do a light green one. If I told you to take off at 216 degrees, that would be out here. This would be 216. That's why I did it green. But this in here, if that's 180 and this is 216, this is 46 degrees, which makes this 44 degrees. So you guys do the last one. I'm going to tell you to take off at 313 degrees. Where would that be? And I'll wait a second for you to try and put it in there. Okay, and then fill it in. Well, you'd come out here all the way around is 313. This part in here, if this is 270 and all the way is 313, this part must be 43, which makes this part 47. Okay? That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it uses the 4 directions: north, east, south, west. And we do it like the following. We have a direction, an adjustment, and then a direction. So I'm going to do one here. If I told you to walk away from me on the following heading, north 42 east, you would do this. I'm telling you to walk north, but not straight north. I want you to adjust 42 degrees to the east. So I wouldn't walk straight north. I would walk over here, because east is over here. This is 42. North is where I wanted you to go, but I want you to turn 42 degrees to the east. So this is 42, and this is 48. Okay? So I'll try another one. If I want you to go east, now let's be careful. Notice, if this north 42 east, this right here, I'm going to do, this is my north 42 east. This is east 48 north. Now, usually the rule is 45 degrees because that's halfway, right? So you go to the whichever side you want. Now, if I told you to go east 29 south, well, this would be straight east. But I don't want to go straight east. I want to go 29 degrees south of east, which would make this, of course, 61 degrees. And this line would be south 61 east, because I could go south, but I'm really turning 61 degrees to the east. So come over here and we'll do one in red. If I want you to go south 32 west, South would be straight down, but I don't want you to go straight down. I want you to go 32 degrees towards the west, which makes this 58, which makes this west 58 south. And lastly, we'll do a green one. Let's say I want you to go west 16 north. West would be straight west, but I don't want you to go straight west. I want you to go 16 degrees north of west. So this is west 16 north, which makes this 74 degrees, and that makes this side of it north 74 west. Okay? And that's it. So now you have as an assignment, and I don't want to say it's an assignment, but this is just practice, you should do this page right here. You've got the answers. You can check it. Okay? All right. Your test will be up later today. Get ready for it. It's due Wednesday, I think. It's on the classroom stream. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.